right. This is the first episode of the Consume Report. This is just my understanding of OPS dynamics, and I'm going to have links in the description for channels you should go check out to get some, some of the deeper understanding of that and probably more accurate definitions and such, the deeper dynamics. But this is what I'm understanding at the current time, which is what a Consume Report really is. Once again, from my understanding. I'm going to start over here in the corner. So, what we got over here is my understanding of decider dynamics. So, you've got DE, extroverted decider, impersonal decision-making criteria. And then within that, you have the DI, so your personal decision-making criteria, what is valuable to you, how you understand things, the reasons why, the choices you make, your own reasons. So a little personal understanding that I came to is that, to me, so a DE, say like a ENTJ, ESTJ, or ESFJ, somebody who's a DE, this is what they are. They don't have the DI. They're going around using impersonal decision making to get things done or to make people happy. It's about the criteria that others use. That's what's really important. Whereas a DI, to me, the only way I can describe it is if I was to draw a bunch of other DI circles, get rid of the DE, get rid of this DE circle, which actually I can do. I just have to grab this. So I feel like as a DI, when I'm talking to a DE, I feel like what they do is they generalize me. They try to put me in a box, but when I meet a person, they're like, "Oh, you're a massage therapist," and then I just get lumped into this box with other massage therapists. Whereas me, when I meet somebody, it's like, "Oh, you're a 4th grade teacher? Okay." And that is a fact I now know about that person, but it doesn't really, and that's, and I'm just building a profile of that person, and it has, I'm not connecting it to anything else. So to me, this is why it's hard for me personally to be in a large group where we're all trying to chat and whatever, because it's hard for me to keep track of all of this. It's hard for me to keep track of all this, of what's going on here. And maybe it's the same for the OIs. I'm OE. But, so this is my type here. I am FISE, consume, play, sleep, blast, double masculine. So this is, one insight I had about DE and OE. So, personal within the possibility. This is probably already known. I haven't seen it presented this way. So I'm just sharing my particular understanding. Maybe it'll help someone. And I'm clearing my throat a lot. I'm sorry. That's just what happens when I talk. I don't exactly know why. I'm not a trained speaker / singer. Okay. I'll try to control it. So this is my type. What I have noticed, this is an insight I recently had. So I am FISE, right? I'm consume. My second animal is play, SETE. So in my first 2 animals, I am super activated. So double activation is something in your top 3 animals. I am which would be my FI. I'm double activated on my FI, but I am super activated, so that's in my top 3. My SE is super activated. It's in my top 2. Here's my insight. This is what I feel is true for me. I feel like my SE actually, though my second animal, it is my most... I'm getting the full expression of that function because I am double deciding that function. It's the only one I'm really triangulating on in my first 2 animals. I am double deciding it. So what that means to me is in the present moment, I feel very capable. I can usually make it work for me and those around me. I'm pretty good at, just balancing the deciders, getting things done, making things work, and being usually happy with the outcome. So I feel like there's something here, and I feel hear people in the group talk about triangulating, so I'm probably just, repeating that. But then with my third animal, my sleep, would be me double observing my FI, but I do that a lot less. And then both of these are feminine also. So I'm double masculine FISE. So my play is double masculine, my sleep double feminine. And then what I've noticed is throughout the day, I'm kind of toggling. I'm mostly consume, a lot of play depending on what's going on, so I'm kind of in this green line here. But then every now and again, when nobody's around, I'm kind of in this, I'm consuming, but then I'm play processing, like who could I be, blah, blah. What path could I be on? But it's my third animal, the hobby animal, whatever. I'm never connecting these two. I'm never organizing the impersonal, extroverted decision criteria. I'm never taking a particular, NI path and figuring out how it can actually work in the present. What criteria do I need to be making decisions with, to make this work, whether I like it or not, that whole, productivity guru, what's the sacrifice you have to make your dreams come true? I'm never doing that. I'm never doing that. I'm mostly in this green line here, making the SE work, and then, sometimes doing the red line, sleeping on the consume processing, who could I be, blah, blah, but it never really, sometimes I get into my sleep, and I'll come up with a whole routine, plan, blah, blah, this is who I want to be long term, this is what I have to do to make that happen, and then, I wake up in the morning, and I'm back here. I'm back here doing, consume play, mostly SE. What should I do? And then I SE, start looking around. It's like, what do I want to do? What do I need to do in the moment to make this kind of moment work? So I drew kind of different sort of diagram to try to express that. So normally, this is what I'm doing. This triangle here, I'm double deciding the SE. These three in my top 2 animals, pretty connected, I think. Sometimes dotted line here, I'm getting into my sleep, but it's not, it doesn't stick because this is, look at this structure here. And then, you kind of got, this here. I am a double observer though, but what I realized is I feel it's definitely biased towards the FI. It's like I can double observe, but it's like, what do I think is true? It's still biased. But if you were to ask me, like, what is true? Why does this person believe what they believe? Why do they drive the car that they drive? And I'll have because I'm not double observing the TE. I'm not verifying the facts and the ideas of, external. So like an example is, like, I'll drive down the road and I'll see a sign that says, no shoulder. But I can clearly see that there's no shoulder. The grass and the road are right up against each other, or there's, some trucks on the side of the road. It's just like, why is that there? Why did a sign need to be printed or made? And and there's a million things like that that I see in the world. I don't understand, but TE that makes that makes sense somehow. To TEs, so my double observing, I feel like the double observing of a DI is different than the double observing of a DE. I feel like, I don't know if anybody's talked about that yet, but it was just an idea that occurred to me. So there's that idea, and then there was another idea I wanted to talk about. So if I flip this, then that's like, so like a double deciding of the double deciding of, say, an S, an OI is going to be different than the double deciding of an OE, just because of what they're gathering versus what they've organized, what their bias is. So I think the key to fleshing out your last animal is to triangulate doubly on both of these two functions. Whatever your last animal is, those two last functions. So you want to double observe, or double decide whatever your last two functions are, to flesh those out. And I think that I will have another video about that. And then I wrote down here, think, do. That's my attempt to connect my NI and TE. So literally, I will, if I'll be like, oh, what should I do? And I'll start SE looking around, like, oh, what should I do? Hoping something jumps out at me. Consume play, hoping something jumps out at me so that I know what to do. But literally it's the opposite. I need to say, okay, here is the thing that I should be doing, the NI, big picture thing I should be doing. What's the thing I should do? And then literally think, do. Think, do. So blast, play, think, do, and just make that work. So I think I have a drill for that. I haven't really practiced it. Once again, it's just kind of an idea. We'll see. But yes, so I hope this has helped anybody. It's helped me. But this has been the Consume Report, signing off.